Now, college football game night on News Watch 12, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome to College Football Game Night. Week 6 of the college football season is here. Thanks for joining us. I'm Peyton Manny.
And I'm Madison Marie. We're starting our night off like we always do with the Southern Oregon Raiders.
SOU is back on the road this week in Montana, taking on the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears.
Both teams heading into this week with a loss, so it was anyone's game today.
The Raiders continuing to improve each time they step onto the field and continuing to focus on starting the game strong and finishing it even stronger.
Let's waste no more time and get into those highlights.
Let's do it. Out to Billing, Montana we go. We start in the first and goal from the 2. Blake Asciutto gets the snap and hands it off to Avery McQuaig. McQuaig working his magic. He's in, and the Raiders draw first blood. PAT is missed, 6-0 SOU. But the Battling Bears get downfield quickly with a long pass from Luke Holcomb. Joseph Dwyer makes the catch on the 5, but they won't capitalize. The Raiders defense lock in the red zone, holding Rocky Mountain to a field goal. 6-3. SOU still leads.
Second quarter now. Raiders lead 13-3. Back in scoring position. Asciutto to McQuaig. McQuaig to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Raiders, that's his third of the game. SOU heads into halftime with a 20-3 lead. Here's Coach Brown and his thoughts after the first 2.
I think we started well, like we have in every single one of our games, and you know, we got a couple stops early, and you know, the offense was able to have some explosive plays, especially in the ground game. I mean, you know, Avery and Isaiah had big games on the ground. I haven't even looked at our stat line yet, but they had, you know, big explosive plays. And then, you know, Blake, as much as he struggled in the second half, was really efficient in the first half. He was stretching them down the field. You know, he threw one to Wickman on the sideline that got us inside the red zone. He threw it up top a couple times that we got some pass interference calls. So, you know, we started fast just like we have all season long.
Back from half, the Battling Bears get pressure on Asciutto quickly and get 2 on the board with a safety, but SEU still leads 20-5. So we head to the fourth quarter now. Asciutto with the handoff to Isaiah Hidalgo. Hidalgo bounces to the outside, cuts back inside. Could he go? He gets caught from behind, almost making it. He gets taken down at the 5, putting the Raiders in scoring position.
Raiders can't get into the end zone, so that'll bring out the kicking unit. And from 22 out, Brian Millen nails it through the uprights. 23-5. SOU extends their lead in. Just when the Battling Bears try to score, Spencer Cuffle with the pick in the end zone, the king of the interceptions. That ends the game.
The final out in Billings, 23-5 SOU. Here's Coach Brown's final thoughts on the Raiders' second win of the season and their first win in league play.
It was a big win for our team today. Finally putting one together and finishing it, like I've told you guys, you know, a bunch of times, is, you know, we get up on teams and then we let them climb back into it. And today our boys, especially on defense, man, did we hunker down. And to only allow 3 points defensively and have numerous 3-and-outs, like, it was a big-time performance by our defense. Our defense really came through in the second half and didn't allow another point. And when you go into halftime, you know, with the lead and you don't allow another point on defense, you know, you're usually going to walk away with the win, and that's what happened today.
Montana now. Hey, here we go. 1, 2, SOU.
Whales in kingly splendor tower to the sky. There's knowledge we remember, her fate never dies. Southern Oregon, alma mater, highest praise to thee. May the Raiders here be loyal to thy memory. Hey, T-Body to you! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! SOU!
Oh, you love to see it. And here's a quick look at some stats from today's Raider win. Avery McQuaig with 18 carries for 132 yards and 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Hidalgo led the Raiders on the ground with 14 carries for 146 yards. SOU finished with 419 total offensive yards.
Brian Millen added some pad to the Raiders' score with a 22-yard field goal. SOU defense was a driving force in today's win, not allowing 1 touchdown, only giving up a field goal. We'll have an update on full game stats when we receive them later in the week.
A solid outing for the Raiders in Montana. First conference win, giving the guys some much-needed confidence heading back to Raider Stadium this week.
Yeah, with this win, SOU is now 2-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. The season is more than halfway over, unfortunately.
I know.
And the Raiders are starting to turn it around. Let's see who's on deck for SOU this upcoming week. Next Saturday, SOU is set to host Arizona Christian at Raider Stadium.
The first ever meeting between the two teams, and it's also an exciting day because it's homecoming.
Arizona Christian is playing College of Idaho today, and heading into that matchup, they were 2-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play.
We'll keep you updated all week long with how the Raiders are preparing for homecoming and what you can expect for Saturday.
Here's Coach Brown ahead of another week of SOU football.
I mean, obviously, we love the friendly confines of Raider Stadium. And, Arizona Christian has had an up and down year. And I know they play this evening. They play College of Idaho down there. I think they kick off here in about an hour. So we'll get into the film where we'll fix the mistakes, from our Rocky game. And then we'll start absorbing, everything ACU has to offer. And they're new to the conference. So it'll be our two teams' first meeting in history. So it'll be an interesting event. I know they're athletic. I know they're explosive. So it'll be interesting to see how we can line up and game plan these guys.
Yeah. And that wraps it up for the Raiders. But coming up on College Game Night, we'll check in with the Oregon State Beavers and see how they prepared for their game against Cal tonight. Also give you a little score update. Stick with us. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
When you play the Oregon Lottery, you're really playing it forward, because lottery dollars help support things like education, veteran services, and Oregon's economic future. So, play it forward for all of us. Lottery games are based on chance and should be played for entertainment only.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
Whether it's our famous Royal Riviera pairs or our employees' careers, we're into growing things at Harry & David. Like you, we call the Rogue Valley home, and thriving in this community means helping those who work here thrive too. From our orchards and packing house to a candy kitchen and corporate offices, there are plenty of ways to be a part of our team. We're currently hiring for the following positions. Apply online or at the Employment Center at 2800 South Pacific Highway. Come grow with us at Harry & David.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new 23 Jeep Gladiator and Cherokee 4x4 models, or test drive a new 23 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. Batteries Plus brings power to your connection, phone and tablet repair, and battery replacement too. Make an appointment online or walk in anytime.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back to Game Night. The number 15 Oregon State Beavers headed south to California to take on the Golden Bears today.
All week, the Beavers were preparing to see a team like themselves, a team that is dangerous both in the air and on the ground.
All time against the Bears, Oregon State is 36-39 and 19-27 on the road.
The Beavs dominated last year, coming out with a 38-10 victory, but head coach Jonathan Smith said all week this game would be a challenge.
Transferring forward, we got to Big time challenge this weekend. Go back on the road. That program down in Cal has played us tough. You look at the battles throughout the last, 3-4 years. That type of thing. Got a bunch of respect for Justin Wilcox. Know him well. Always play stout defense. They got a good running back that's carrying the ball, and that'll be a challenge down there. And we're looking forward to it.
The Beavs will have to find a way to solve some of their offensive struggles on the road against a very tough Cal team, and a team that's played Oregon State quite well in the last 2 times that these teams have faced off in Berkeley.
When you look at the numbers and at the film, these two teams are very similar. Both rely heavily on a dominant run game while using a balanced passing attack to fill in the gaps.
With an opponent so similar to themselves, Coach Smith said on Monday that he expects some challenges when facing the Golden Bears today.
I see it as a challenge with the balance that they create. Run game especially, it includes the quarterback, and that's always challenging. You got a big-time receiver. I mean, Jeremiah Hunter's making a bunch of plays for him, and so you got to know where he's at all times. I see it as a real challenge.
And the score update right now, as of like 3 seconds ago, Oregon State just scored a touchdown, 21-17, Oregon State on top.
We're trying to watch and keep you guys updated all at the same time. It's too exciting, but right now, DJ Uiagalelei, 8 of 9 with 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Damian Martinez, 9 carries and 55 yards. And Anthony Gold, 4 receptions for 34 yards.
Keep it coming, Beavs.
We'll keep you updated, and tonight I'll have an update at 11 for you. But coming up, the Oregon Ducks were on a bye this week, but there's no break when a game that could make or break you is on the line. We'll see how the Ducks are preparing for a top 10 matchup against the Washington Huskies. You won't want to miss it. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
They're breaded in spicy tempura and made with cayenne. But most importantly, they're back.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets are back. And get 20% off $5 or more in the app.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, we just wanted to define our property. We got 1.25 acres and just wanted to make it stand out. Also, I think increases the value of our property a lot. Turned out great, very professional. It was outstanding quality and outstanding service.
I feel like we live in a park, and it would be the equivalent of having a Monet unframed. Once you put the fence up, you framed the picture. It couldn't be more beautiful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Clean, dry, fast. Crater Car Wash now has 4 locations to serve you. F Street and on the Redwood Highway, Grants Pass, Crater Lake Highway, and our newest location on Court Street, Medford. Join the Unlimited Wash Club, just $20 a month. Download the Crater Car Wash app from the App Store or Google Play and get a free premium wash just for signing up. Now with 2 Medford and 2 Grants Pass locations to serve you. Crater Car Wash. Clean, dry, fast.
Golden Gems Fine Jewelry, downtown Ashland, is here for the most important ring of your life. Featuring Southern Oregon's finest collection of wedding sets and one-of-a-kind engagement rings. Choose from premium lab-grown or traditionally mined diamonds, each priced for every budget. Stunning lab-grown diamonds starting at just $6.95. When it's this important, it's Golden Gems on the plaza downtown Ashland or at goldengems.com, where Southern Oregon gets engaged.
National Karastan Month, exclusively at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
It's time to give this brew a second chance.
Especially since you can get any size iced coffee for $2, including for a limited time our seasonal pumpkin spice iced coffee. Stop in today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Week 6 of college football brings a bye week for the Oregon Ducks and next week's opponent, the Washington Huskies.
It's the first time in history that these two will meet as top 10 teams. This could potentially be one of the biggest regular season games the Ducks will see, a matchup that can determine a lot in the near future.
And if we flash back to last year, the Huskies beat the Ducks in Autzen, edging them out by only 3 points with a final of 37-34.
Nothing better than a win in enemy territory.
Yeah.
The Ducks heading into a hostile Husky Stadium looking for that revenge win.
Hate that we have to wait another week for this game, but the anticipation is rising. So let's see how the Ducks are getting prepared for this matchup.
Well, bad news coming from the Ducks bye week. A key component to Oregon's run game, running back Noah Whittington, is not expected to play for the remainder of the season.
Whittington sustained an apparent knee injury against Colorado that will put him on the sidelines for good this season. So that means it's Jordan James in his spot to backup starter Bucky Irving.
James played in Whittington's absence over the past few weeks against Colorado. James had 7 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown. And against Stanford, he had 6 carries and 89 yards as well as a touchdown.
Here's Lanning speaking about that running back room, including freshmen Jaden Lamar and Dante Dowdell.
The more the strength of numbers, right? Same thing we've said all year. The more guys that you have that can play winning football, the better that is for us. Well, I think he's shown his intelligence to be able to come in as a freshman and really execute his assignment, at a high level. He catches the ball well out of the backfield and he runs hard in between the tackles. Yeah, I mean, Dante's obviously a real physical runner, right? Big body, he's hard to bring down. He broke out a big run yesterday in practice, so excited to see his growth as well.
But just because it's bye week, the Ducks aren't using it to rest. Lanning likes to call it a work week.
And the week couldn't have come at a better time. The Ducks have a tough opponent in number 7 Washington next week.
Both teams are coming off of a bye week, 5-0 and focused on improving and hitting those goals, while also being led by quarterbacks that are on the front lines of Heisman campaigns.
Lanning said his team isn't going into this year's game trying to pull off anything new. They're just going to stick to the goal, and that goal is to win.
Here's Coach with updates about the work week and what he expects in his team.
They've really embraced it. They've really embraced it and looked for ways to attack. And this is also a big week for us to be able to dial it back and get back to a connection. Get back to spending some time with each other outside of football. Last night we got to have a team dinner together. It was really, a good opportunity to get around each other. We'll do some community service this week. So there's a lot of things that we can tap into and do outside of football as well. Toughness, right? The toughness has to show up now. Everybody's in the season. It's getting longer, right? And you're really not even at the midway point for us. So we have to continue to look to grow, continue to challenge ourselves to make ourselves better. I think they're doing that.
Kickoff between number 7 and number 8 is set for October 14th at 12:30 p.m. at Husky Stadium.
Both teams looking to remain undefeated, but only one will come out with their first loss of the season and fall in the rankings.
And ESPN just announced today College Game Day is heading to Washington for what could be the Pac-12's biggest game of the year.
This game will be the only matchup between top 10 teams on the Week 7 schedule.
October 14th, Oregon and Washington is a brawl.
And we're coming to your city.
Nobody's playing better than Michael Penix Jr.
We've all been watching Bo Nix orchestrate.
Washington at home with so much at stake, you can't go against a dog.
Dogs, Ducks, really setting the scene for that. That's going to be a great matchup. Well, we're in the thick of the last year as the Pac-12 as we know it. Oregon will join the Big Ten come next season, along with their opponent next week, Washington.
And with that brings a whole new crowd of competition. The conference announced matchups for the 2024 through 2028 seasons earlier in the week, so let's take a look at them.
The Ducks will host Illinois, Maryland, Michigan State, Ohio State, and Washington for their first 5 league games at Autzen Stadium in their inaugural season.
They'll then make the long trip to Michigan, Purdue, UCLA, and Wisconsin for road matchups. The Ducks will have played all members of the new 18-team Big Ten Conference by the 2026 season.
Oregon is 6-3 since 2010 against the current Big Ten Conference. And we're just getting started tonight. We're going to jump back into the highlights and give you a look at the AP Top 25 poll from Week 6. Stick around. You're watching College Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Appliance and Mower Center in Grants Pass is here for all your lawn and garden needs. As an elite Cub Cadet dealer, we offer a wide variety of push and riding mowers, and our parts and service department has the largest in-stock supply of lawn and garden parts in the Rogue Valley. We service what we sell. Our certified technicians will keep your equipment running for years to come. Appliance and Mower Center in Grants Pass. Come on in and see what customer service is supposed to be.
The heart and soul of every home is the kitchen. The Kitchen Company in historic downtown Grants Pass has everything you need to create the perfect kitchen. Le Creuset, brightly colored enamel cast iron cookware. For over 95 years, Le Creuset. Wusthof, every knife expertly crafted in Germany. For over 200 years. Wusthof, from the beginner to the gourmet chef. You're in good company at the Kitchen Company, downtown Grants Pass.
Is your old mattress keeping you up at night? Hi, it's Ava at Medford Mattress. We're here for you to help you get a healthy night's sleep on every budget. Comfy queen mattresses start at just $349, kings from just $599. Come in today and find the mattress that's just right for you and your budget. You'll be glad you did. Only at Medford Mattress, where quality is not costly.
Got concrete? Call CAP to transform your space to beautiful and functional.
We decided to go with CAP Concrete because it was durable. I wanted something that we could put in, not worry about. Every once in a while things do get dropped and the floor hasn't had any issues. For us, we really needed something that was gonna be quick. They came in and took a couple days and finished the whole office up. We looked at several different options, but we went with CAP Concrete coating because they do offer a superior Pentac material.
Call CAP today for a free quote.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Before we get into some highlights, let's review the Week 5 AP Top 25. We saw some movement within the top 15 last week.
Oregon State beating a top 10 ranked team in the Utah Utes, and the Ducks soaring to a dominant win over the Cardinal.
The Pac-12 still commands the rankings, so let's see how the teams were ranked in Sunday's release of the top 25.
Washington steady at number 7, Oregon up by 1 spot to number 8 and climbing.
USC falling 1 to number 9, Washington State up 3 to number 13.
The Beavs up 4 spots, rounding out the top 15 after beating the Utah Utes and sending them down 8 spots to number 18.
After this week, those rankings will drastically change, but now let's check out those Pac-12 highlights starting in Los Angeles.
Washington State at UCLA. Browns quarterback and former Bruins QB DTR in the house in the first. Cougs up by 3. Cam Ward gets it to Cameron Johnson. Before he takes the hit, Johnson looking for room. He gets taken down. The ball's loose. Bruins on the recovery. It's UCLA ball. 3rd and 3 in the second for UCLA. Dante Moore sees the blitz coming, gets the ball out downfield to Carson Ryan. He's down on the sidelines.
Sets it up for this play. Moore looking, connects with Logan Loya in the back of the end zone. Bruins go up 6-3. Cougs back on offense now. Ward under pressure, slinging it. But it's Alex Johnson with the pick. Hits the sidelines, trying to go the mile, gets taken down, but gives the Bruins good field position. 19 seconds before the half. Moore trying to find his guy, but instead Kapina Gushin is there. He's got open field and he's gone 50, 40, 30, 20 to the crib. 10-9. Cougars no.
Moore again with the ball, gets it out to his guy downfield, putting UCLA within the 20. Fast forward late into the third, Cougs knocking Nakia Watson over the top and easy ride in. Wazoo takes the lead. Bruins now set up for the field goal and it's blocked. Big play for the Cougs, but it's just not enough. Final 25-17. Unranked UCLA takes down number 13 Wazoo.
Can you believe what's happening? ASU hosting Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes, both teams 0-2 in conference play. A little different look in formation to start off. Trenton Burgo takes it right over the goal line, early 7-0 lead. Moments later, Colorado on offense. Shador Sanders 3rd and 20. He's sacked.
Buffs now knocking Xavier Weaver. Takes the handoff from Sanders, finds the gaps, makes his way in for the score, tied at 7. Second quarter now, high snap and into the end zone for the Sun Devils. They take the lead. Final minute before the half, Sanders sees his opportunity, takes it for himself, 22 yards to the house, ties things up once again. Arizona State would get a field goal, 17-14 at the half.
Sanders takes a shot, 1 of 5 tonight. Sanders finds Javon Antonio for the 9-yard touchdown connection. Final minute of the game. Burgo hits Troy Omeire in the end zone. Sun Devils tie it up at 24.
18 seconds left. Mattia hits the game winner and final, 27-24 Colorado in the final seconds. They get their first conference win of the season, ending an 8-game pack losing streak.
Wow. And here's a look at that USC score. Wildcats in LA tonight. Right now, USC losing 17-0.
For Arizona, FIFA is 12 of 16 for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Caleb Williams, 2 of 7 with 56 yards. Arizona's win probability, 52.3% as we sit right now, 12 minutes in the second quarter.
It just went down. Arizona just had a 65%, so we could see a comeback, but we'll have to see. And coming up, we'll get into the rest of the great games from today. We have highlights and final scores for you, so get comfortable. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Is doing it right for you.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Xumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps all in one place. Find what you want, faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Xumo or a Spectrum store today.
Your truck is a truck for a reason. It's not some look at me fashion statement. That's why you chose a GMC Sierra, because you work for a living. It's 6 a.m. at the job site. Saturdays, hauling lumber, towing the boat, or making a dump run. So sure, you could have bought an overpriced toy, but you chose a GMC Sierra because you go like a pro at your Southern Oregon GMC dealer.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save on steel gas and battery blowers. Real Steel. Find yours.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with a Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Let's keep it rolling. Get into some more highlights. Lots of big games today and many games ending in pretty crazy fashion.
Yeah, to say the least. But this is when you got to grab your popcorn and enjoy the rankings going up in flames. Let's head out to Texas as the number 3 Longhorns host the number 12 Oklahoma Sooners.
We start in the first quarter. Dylan Gabriel on the QB keeper, right up the middle for the 9-yard touchdown run. It was just too easy. Oklahoma goes up 7-0. Still in the first, Crawford blocks the punt. Malik Muhammad recovers it in the end zone, and just like that, we got a tied ball game, 7-7.
Second quarter, Sooners up 10-7. Quinn Ewers escapes a tackle. Gunnar Helm wide open in the secondary. Where's the defense? Touchdown Texas, 14-10 Longhorns. Still in the second, Sooners haven't answered. Tawi Walker, just a nice little walk up the middle. Oklahoma back on top, 17-14.
Back and forth all game into the second half now, having some deja vu. Walker up the middle again, 27-17. Fourth now, Jonathan Brooks gets the handoff, makes a cut, and breaks loose for a 29-yard touchdown run. What a game we got here, tied at 27.
But we're not done yet. 22 seconds left. Gabriel, pressure coming, throws before getting hit. A dime to Nick Anderson wide open the back of the end zone. Sooners with a 4-point lead, 34-30. 2 seconds left. Ewers hits as he throws up a prayer. It falls short to end the game. Down goes number 3. Number 12, Oklahoma with the win. Final 34-30. Sooners. And Maryland looking to get their respect in Ohio today, facing the 4th-ranked Buckeyes. No score in the first. Talia Tungavailoa, he has time, finds Caden Prather in the end zone. He makes an insane left-handed catch. Maryland on the board first. Maryland with the pass intercepted by Ohio State's Josh Proctor. He finds his path and he's in for the pick 6. Buckeyes get some points up.
Jaden Phelan looking to tie it up before half from 36 yards out, barely makes it in, tied at 10. Second now, Tungavailoa gets some room, rushing to the end zone. Maryland on top 7, but Buckeyes respond, toss out to Chip, and he takes it right up to the house, once again tied at 17.
Kyle McCord looking for a guy, finds Cade Stover open. He's got grass. Ohio State takes the lead. One more time for the Buckeyes down the middle to Marvin Harrison Jr. Boom.
He's
Touchdown.
in. Final 37-17, Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 23, LSU in the house of number 21, Missouri. Tigers versus Tigers. How can you tell the mascots apart? We'll get things started in the first. No score. Brady Cook in the pocket connects with Theo Weiss Jr. in the back corner of the end zone. First touchdown, but they'll try for 2. Cook keeps it for himself, hits the edge into the pylon, 9-0 Missouri.
Second now, Cook quick out of his hands to Brett Norfleet. A short jog and another Missouri touchdown. Third quarter, LSU down by 5. Jaden Daniels lets this one fly all the way to Brian Thoman Jr. in the end zone. LSU takes the lead. Mizzou's Cody Schrader punches this one to extend Missouri's lead to 5 now.
Into the fourth, Daniels slides through the defense, hits the gas, avoids the tackles, in for the 35-yard touchdown run. So they'll shoot for 2. Malik Neighbors open down middle. LSU on top 35-32. Under 6 left in the game. Schrader bulldozes his way up the middle. Missouri takes the lead 39-35.
So LSU will take a jab at it. Daniels under pressure, finds Neighbors way down the sidelines, 29-yard touchdown. LSU back in the lead, 41 seconds left. Cook from the end zone throws it and right into the hands of LSU's Major Burns. Pick 6 to the crib. LSU snags the dub. Final 49-39 LSU.
And we head out to Kyle Field as the unranked Aggies host the number 11 Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's start in the second. Milroe with a rocket to Isaiah Bond. Blown coverage, wide open for the 52-yard touchdown, and Alabama extends their lead 10-3. Still in the second, Max Johnson fakes the handoff. He's got way too much time. He hits his brother Jake Johnson. The Aggies tie it up at 10.
3:30 left in the second. Le'Veon Moss gets the handoff and finds his way to the end zone. Aggies retake the lead 17-10 now.
But don't count out Milroe. Third quarter, Milroe takes his time. Aggies coming from behind. No worries. He hits Jermaine Burton in the corner of the end zone. We're tied in College Station at 17. Still in the third, Milroe quick pass off to Burton. Once again, man of the day. Burton high stepping, breaking the tackles, and gets himself into the paint. Alabama takes the lead 24-17. The Crimson Tide will add on 2 more. The final out at Kyle Field, 26-20, tied on top.
Tied. Number 5 Florida State hosting Virginia Tech. Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Florida State up 8-0. Lawrence Toafili takes the handoff and breaks up the field. Toafili is tackled around the 5-yard line but rolls over the defender and leaps into the end zone. Take another look. Big time play to use the defender's body and reach for the end zone. Seminoles lead 22-10.
First play of the third quarter now. Virginia Tech down 22-10, set to return the kick, and Bayshaw Tootin catches it near the end zone, going, and he's gone. He returns it to the house for a 99-yard kick return. Hootie fans just can't believe what they saw. Virginia Tech down 5 now, ensuing Florida State drive. Trey Benson takes the handoff, cuts upfield, and is gone for a 62-yard touchdown. Seminoles can run too. FSU pads onto their lead 29-17.
Under 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. FSU up 32-17. Benson takes the handoff, wraps around to the side, a clear lane to the end zone. He rips off another run, this time an 85-yarder. Benson finished with 11 carries, career-high 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Florida State goes on to win it, final 39-17 Seminoles. And a beautiful October day in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, hosting Syracuse. UNC up 3-0 in the first. Drake May gets the quick pass off to Tez Walker for a 6-yard gain. Walker with his first catch as a Tar Heel. He ended with 43 yards in his debut. Later in the drive, May, the QB sneak, he meets the end zone and the Tar Heels extend their lead to 10-0.
Second quarter now, same score. May takes the shot to the end zone, connects with Bryson Nisbet for the 23-yard driving catch, and Tar Heels lead 17-0. A little later in the quarter, May with a quick toss forward to John Copenhaver for the 1-yard touchdown. He completes the quarter with 323 yards of total offense, a career high.
Third now, Syracuse down 27-0, but LaQuint Allen Jr. hops over the pile for the touchdown. Their first of the game, UNC still leads. Same quarter, North Carolina continues to dominate 30-7. May passes to Kobe Paysor, who tips the ball to himself and runs it in for a 76-yard touchdown. What a catch! A new career-long reception for him. May finishes the night with 442 passing yards. The Tar Heels go on to win this one with a final of 40-7 and improve to 5-0. Best start since 1997.
Cardinals hosting number 10 Notre Dame, coming out hot in the first. Jack Plummer steps up in the pocket, fires to the back zone, and Jamari Trash is there, makes the catch. The Cards light up the board and take the first lead of the game, 7-0.
Lots of game left. Sam Hartman and his offense on the field now, steps back, lofting it inside the 10. Jordan Fison's got it, and he's in for the game-tying touchdown. Notre Dame answers right back and heads into halftime with a 10-7 lead over the Cards.
Back after half now, third quarter. Louisville is here to play, tied at 10s. Jamar Jordan hits the holes. He's off to the house. The Cards extend their lead 17-10. Could be something brewing. It could be. It happens, and it goes down. Number 10, Notre Dame, the final 33-20. Cardinals.
Just so many crazy games tonight. Michigan Wolverines and Minnesota starting in the first. Ethan Kalik Manis throws it right into the hands of Will Johnson. And that'll be a pick 6 for the Wolverine, and Michigan goes on top. 2:44 left in the first, Wolverines up, but Dragan Kesich puts the Gophers on the board with a 54-yard field goal. 10-3, Michigan.
In the second, Michigan, J.J. McCarthy fakes it, takes it for himself, keeps going, and lays down to get a big hit into the end zone. Blue goes up 24-3. But check this out. Kalik Manis with the deep ball to Daniel Jackson. It's caught with only 6 seconds left in the half. What a play for the Golden Gophers. 24-10 now.
Third quarter, McCarthy wants another touchdown, so he's going to make it happen. The QB1 takes it to the outside, a stiff arm, and he's in. This guy can do it all. Michigan goes on to win it 52-10 and remain undefeated at 6-0.
Maybe not the outcome anyone expected, especially not Washington State and the Cougars. And while an unranked UCLA took the victory over the 13th ranked Cougars, the game was neck and neck throughout all 4 quarters. So maybe for the day, we call Rose Bowl Stadium Pick 6 City. Here's my favorite play of the day. Bruins third and goal right before the half. Moore immediately stopped by Gushenkin. Deuces. See you later. He's in it for 88 yards to the house. Puts Wazoo on top just for the time being.
And back we go to Montana. The SUU Raiders looking to jump back into the win column after falling to 0-2 in conference play. It was going to be a tough game for the Raiders, as the Battling Bears can be scrappy. But today it was SOU's game all day long. And my favorite play goes to a player who seems to always be in the right place at the right time. Or maybe he's just that good in the secondary. The Battling Bears down 23-5 in the fourth quarter, trying to make something happen, at least get a touchdown, but not today, and not in the presence of Spencer Cuffle, the sophomore safety, with the pick in the end zone. On the season so far, Cuffle has 4 interceptions, all in key moments of the game. The Raiders go on to win this one 23-5.
Coming up, a brand new episode of The Huddle. Stick around because this one is going to be a good one. You're watching College Game Night.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Another week of College Football Game Night means another week of The Huddle.
This week, we're flying with the Eagles. Here's episode 6 of The Huddle. Welcome to another week of The Huddle. This week, we're out at Eagle Point High School.
And this week, we are joined by head coach of the Eagle Point Eagles, a special guest, as always, head coach Eric Johnson. Coach, how you feeling? Thanks for joining us.
Good, feeling really good. Yeah. A little warm out here, but I feel good.
It is a little hot. So you guys have been on a run, 3 wins in a row, undefeated in league play. Let's talk about your season so far.
I mean, we just started league, so I'm just not even halfway through yet. So really, it's just the start of it, but we would like to be 3-0 in league, and we are, so it's a good start.
It's a long season, and it's a lot of games. So how are you looking to keep your team focused on 1 week at a time, winning each week as you step into it?
You know, it's tough. It's really tough. Whether you win or you lose, you're teaching and coaching teenagers. How are they going to? They've got academics. They may have relationships. I mean, you just don't know what they're bringing, and that's the same as adults, right? But it's tough. It really is. But this group, that's where they're expecting us to help them with that. But when a leader on the team approaches that and helps get people together, that speaks more volume.
And one of those leaders, Brighton Livingston, he has had a tremendous season so far, and we're really only scratching the surface. What have you seen from him that you've needed to see this year specifically, and how has he executed well to win you these games?
He's just doing what we're asking him to do. What's special about Brighton is that he's a true leader. You can't really just select a leader and say, hey, it's your turn. You can't do that. You got to be born with that. And he's one of those guys that is literally another coach on the field.
Wow, that's special to have
put in
a high schooler.
Tons of work to put himself in this position. So it's all expected for me.
Before you started league play, you had a 3 overtime game, which was incredible.
It was so good.
I know
so
it wasn't
good.
the outcome you guys were looking for, but your team really showed that they can play through overtime after overtime and 4 quarters. What did you kind of see in your team that you were like, okay, we got this going into league play?
Every group has their own personality, so you're always nervous. This point of the year, you kind of get to the point where you know that personality, right? You know the team you got in front of you. The first couple games, you really don't know. So you're getting into if they score first or if we score first, how are we going to react? So having that triple overtime and the way we didn't give up says a lot about our group and our leadership.
How did you get into football, let alone coaching football?
I mean, I think I was just yay big. I mean, I've just always wanted, just sports in general. You know, football was first 5th grade.
Wow,
so,
okay.
And then I remember being nervous and didn't want to get hit. And I got my first hit and I was like, this is kind of fun. Yeah. So it was just kind of from there, and then it just grew. I mean, so then I just ended up playing high school, went to college, and then all of a sudden I love it. I love the passion for it. I love just the relationships that are involved with it, with coaches and players calling you up 10 years later, hey, you want to come to my wedding? And, you know, like little things like that's the joy of it, you know.
Let's talk about your coaching characteristics and just your tactics. Have they changed over the years, or do you kind of keep a level head? Are you a loud coach, a quiet coach? Talk to me through it.
I've definitely changed through, this is 18th or 19th year coaching, so I've definitely changed. The same thing as transitioning from playing. I mean, you just learn as you go like anything else. I've heard a lot that more level-headed and, you know. But.
Do you kind of carry that off the football field as well? Maybe in your personal life with family, do you carry that level-headedness?
I try to be the same. You know, I'm dad, married, beautiful wife, 4 kids, you know, so I do. I try to be the same.
You have 4 kids at home, and you have, a group of all these sons. Would you kind of say that they are your family and you kind of treat them like they are your family, or do you like to keep that separate, like this is my job and this is my family?
Absolutely not. I want them to see that I'm human, right? That's a big thing, even with just all the rest of the staff. You know, we'll have, whether it's team dinners or positional dinners where we're at houses, and I want them to see that I'm human. Like I don't just teach and coach. I have a family. I do the same thing. I watch TV. You know, it's crazy. I do have a first name, you know, so that type of stuff. I want them to see that.
Not coach?
No, exactly.
Yeah. We're going to get into some fun questions now, because we just like to learn about how you are outside of football.
Yeah. Let's talk college team. Who do you watch on Saturdays?
You know, I get that all the time. I watch football when I have a chance, you know, but with game planning stuff on the weekends and my kids going everywhere, I try to catch tell into stuff, but I'm not an Oregon fan. I'm not an Oregon State fan. I'm not a Boise State fan. I enjoy watching a good game. Everybody asks me, who do you want to win? I'm like, I literally just want to see a good game and maybe the underdog. But I enjoy watching football. I just can't really go die hard on a team.
Is that the same for the NFL?
Same. Yeah, well, I'm a Bears fan.
So am
We
I.
got a Bears fan over
I'm
here.
a Bears fan, but
It's horrendous. It's a horrendous life
Did you want to say that out loud?
I know.
Yeah.
I did get a little.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's hard to admit, but I definitely I'm a Bears fan. Have been.
What made you get into the Bears?
Probably 85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you a Cubs fan too, or just Bears? Yeah. I don't blame you.
I watch baseball a little bit, but like I said, I just don't have it.
Yeah. Basketball, NBA, college, who do you root for?
No.
No one. Come on, you got to give us something.
When we watch Last Dance, the Bull, like stuff like that, like enjoyed watching the Bulls, at that time, or watching, so just.
Whoever's good.
Yeah.
Not a bandwagoner, but you do like whoever's good.
We'll end it with you saying, "Go Eagles."
Go Eagles.
Perfect. Another week. That was a lot of fun. It's always fun, but that was a great one. Especially you don't have a team as a college coach or as a football coach. That's a little crazy.
I don't know. He might have just kept it from us, but we also were trying to get him to say "Go Eagles" for a solid 5 minutes.
And if you know how the Eagles announcer says it, you know. We were really trying. I also just want to say for the record, this wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't.
We just both love pink. So
we do. Yeah, we do. A special thank you to Coach Johnson again for joining us on The Huddle. But that wraps it up for week 6 of the football season. For the latest news, weather, and sports, head to our website at kdrv.com.
Our next newscast is coming up tonight at 11. We'll see you then.